Hey, what's up, tapeheads? Welcome back to episode 6 of It Came from Beyond the Videostore Shelves, the video podcast where we take a deep dive through my VHS collection and check out some of the tapes that I've never seen before. We're going to dig through all the debris to try to find that gem amongst all the turds. And today we're going to be looking at a movie from 1986. And that is Zombie Nightmare. So let's just take a peek. This is a New World video. This has some pretty damn sweet cover art. It's definitely something that I would pick up if I saw on the shelf in a video store. You know, you got the two zombie heads with the woman there in the center. Just looks nice, man. I dig the colors and just the whole layout. Unfortunately, for the Zombie Nightmare, there is only 2 zombies in this whole film. So let's get into it and talk a little bit about what I thought about Zombie Nightmare. So this is pretty much a story of revenge. So you have this gentleman who just stops a convenience store robbery only to run outside and be ran down by 5 drunk teenagers, drunk driving in a vehicle. So they find this man, they bring him back to his mother, and of course, she's overcome with grief. And what she decides to do is call in a fucking decade-old favor. So, whenever this man was just a young boy, his father was murdered. He was a baseball coach, and he tried to save a little black girl from getting raped. And in the midst of this, he was stabbed and dies. Well, that little black girl grows up to be a voodoo priestess. And this mother decides that she's going to cash in this favor. She's going to call on this woman to resurrect her son, to try to bring him back to life. But what she quickly finds out is that she is unable to resurrect her son. But what she can do is bring the body back temporarily to avenge his death. And that's exactly what they do. They do some voodoo, some chants, a little blood sacrifice, and they bring this gentleman back from the dead. And he starts to, one by one, hunt and pick off these teenagers, this gang that ran him over. And that the zombie makeup wasn't that bad, but what I will say about it is this guy fucking commits 100% to the zombie walk, man. His fucking zombie walk was spot on. At one point, the first 2 teenagers that he kills, they're in a sports complex, like a gym. And he has this deal with the caretaker of the gym where, he kind of locks up and turns the other cheek and lets this boy and his girlfriend fool around in the gym after hours. So when they go to fool around, of course, the zombie shows up and takes them out, both of them out. But at one point, when he's chasing these teenagers, he's walking, and one of his feet are like completely sideways. I don't even fucking know how he walked like that. But if you go and watch this flick, just the way he's doing his legs in the zombie movie is just fucking incredible. His zombie walk looked great. It wasn't just kind of slow stupor, he put, some chops behind his zombie walk, which was fucking really impressive. So, he kills the first two teenagers. The second victim he goes after is kind of the brains of the outfit. This is a disturbed young man who was excited. He was happy that he killed this guy. He was bragging about, oh, I fucking love killing people. I'm going to kill all these people. I don't care what's going on. And at this point, they kind of determine what's happening. But they aren't aware yet that this guy is a zombie. They think that this guy that they ran over survived, that he didn't die. And now he's trying to, find him and fucking, settle up the score. But his death was kind of cool too, because he was impaled with a baseball bat while trying to rape a drive-in attendant. There was this server at the drive-in that he kept hitting on, that kept turning him down. So he decides, well, I already killed somebody. I just might as well rape this woman. I mean, can't get much worse than that. So he starts to try to rape this woman in fucking bags of trash on the side of the road when the zombie shows up and, kicks his ass, stabs him with a baseball bat. And the whole time you have, the police department trying to solve these murders. What's going on? Led by, none other than Adam West. You'd think that you'd have a pretty fucking safe town if Batman was the chief of police. But, yeah, and I'm not going to give away too much. I don't want to tell you the end. There's kind of a twist going on, involving the zombie and Batman. And it's also the chick from Wayne's World is in this as well. I can't remember her name offhand, and I don't see it on the back of the box. But she's in it as well. But anyway, it had a pretty decent ending. You're not going to get a whole bunch of action out of a movie like Zombie Nightmare, because you only have one zombie walking around. He's only trying to kill 5 teenagers. So it kind of, once the killing gets going, is kind of just like over and done. It's right after one another, boom, 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 everybody's dead. But, for what it was, it's a pretty decent movie, man. I enjoyed it. I'd probably, I don't know. I'd probably give it a 5. Yeah, I know we keep, pulling up stacks and stacks of 5s, but it's kind of, it's not elevated, but it wasn't horrible. If I came across it, I'd watch it. I'm not sure if I'd ever take the tape down and watch it again. But just the cover alone, it got awesome cover art. It's worth keeping in a collection. These go for about $25, $25 for the VHS copy. You can watch it. I believe this is streaming on Tubi. So, if you want to catch it streaming, you can catch it on Tubi until they take it down. It's worth a watch, man. It's kind of one of those recycled stories that you see a bunch. There's always the revenge, come back from the dead and avenge your death kind of storylines. The one thing that I didn't really care about for this movie is the mom, the mother. Like, once he was resurrected, like that's all you saw of his mom throughout the whole picture. I would have wanted to see maybe a reunion type deal. Maybe they get to hang out a little bit. You know, maybe some remorse for what she did to bring this guy back just as a zombie to kill people. You know, kind of like, like you see in things like Pumpkinhead, where he resurrects the monster, and then, once the shit starts going down, they kind of feel bad about it. They're like, man, I probably shouldn't have fucking done that. But they didn't have that moment in Zombie Nightmare. It's kind of, they bring him back from the dead, they voodoo on him. He kind of goes through, does his thing, settles all his scores, and then it just kind of peters out at the end, But it was still a decent watch, man. It was one of those horror movies that's worth sitting through one time. I don't know if I would quickly run out and seek out a copy of Zombie Nightmare to stick on your shelf, but definitely, I mean, if you run across this at a thrift store or you run across a good deal on it, pick it up, man. It's worth watching. Just because it's a 5 horror movie, it doesn't mean it's a bad movie. I mean, there's not a whole bunch of movies to me that's elevated beyond kind of that middle mark. Most of them is stuff like this, where it's a decent watch. Very few kind of exceed that to where it's a fucking great movie. But yeah, man, check out Zombie Nightmare. Let me know in the comments if you like it. Maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. If you think you can convert me over, let me know. Let me know what you thought about Zombie Nightmare. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Do you think I'm being too nice giving the movie a 5? Maybe you feel like it should be lower than that. Maybe you think it should be higher. Everybody has different tastes, but I'm stuck in the middle on Zombie Nightmare. Anyway, that's going to conclude this episode of It Came from Beyond the Video Store Shelves. And I just want to thank everybody. I really appreciate the support, man. The videos and the podcast is getting more views and listeners. The subscribers are starting to kind of add up a little bit. We're picking up a little bit of steam, and I really appreciate it. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please, by all means, subscribe, like the videos. If you're not into YouTube, if you don't want to watch the videos, if you would rather listen to the podcast, if you want to put it on your playlist and listen to me talk shit while you're going to work in the morning or something like that, you could find us pretty much anywhere podcasts are available. We're going to be on Apple. We're going to be on Spotify, Google Podcasts, all that good shit. If you look for it, it's going to be there. So anyway, thanks again, man. Until next time, when we dig another movie out and we'll check something out and, see if we could get past the 5. Well, I mean, we did get past the 5 one time. I think I gave Slime City a 6, I believe. So far, Slime City has been the best movie that I came across going through this. So, hang in there till next episode, and we'll see if we could beat Slime City. Thank you guys so much for watching. You take it easy, man.